Hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to change this to this. Let's get into it. Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to learn how to open, edit and save your work in Photoshop. By the end of this tutorial you'll be able to add and remove anything with Photoshop. Then you can change anything with Photoshop. Open the Photoshop and then I'll open certain pictures I downloaded from Pixabay, and these are the pictures. So you can just hold control and then add them all. So let's continue. We have all the three pictures being loaded. We have this girl jumping, and then I have the one with the sky, and I have the one with this beautiful mountain. Now we are just going to retouch these pictures. So basically I'm going to remove the girl from this picture and then maybe do some work with the background. And on this picture we are going to remove the sky and then place any sky there. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Let's go to the girl's picture. Then so what we're basically going to do is, what makes Photoshop so very powerful is we work around this picture without touching the original picture. So it is called non-destructive way of editing a photo. So we can do so with the help of layers. So what we are going to do is you have to create a new layer. Then you use our spot healing brush tool to just remove the girl from the picture. So let's start by going to click new layer by clicking on the plus sign below. Now you see the picture has been saved, have been opened. So you select the new layer, then you go and select the spot healing brush tool. And remember, as I said in the earlier videos, every tool you pick has its own option bar. So if you didn't check that video out, I will leave the link in somewhere up so that you can go and check that one out. So make sure the content type is set to content aware, and then make sure you check sample or layers. So what you do is just click and brush over the image. So let's just basically have a brush over the image. Let's see what happens. So man, you don't like click and leave it, just brush over the whole picture so that Photoshop will see that you just want to remove that image from the picture so that it can perfectly fit it for you. Okay, I think this is perfect. Okay, let's leave it and see what Photoshop has for us. So you just leave the work and see what Photoshop would do for us. Okay, so let's see. Wow, it has been removed from this background, but we have some parts that we have to still show me. So go ahead and select the area. Now you see, let's edit that one. Like it has been perfectly removed from the picture, but we have a problem. You see, we have a shadow of the lady there. So what you're going to do is you just select all over the shadow to remove the shadow from the picture. So let's see how it works. So I'll go ahead and then I'll brush over it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, perfect. You see that there's no girl jumping on the picture. You see the picture. You see that the picture has been perfectly edited without a girl, and then we have done this without touching the original picture. So if I click on that eye there, you see that the gear is back on. If I turn it on, you see the gear is off. So this is a perfect way of editing your picture without touching the original picture. So this is very simple to do. Let's hold on to the second picture. Now the second one, we are just trying to change the color of the sky. So what I'll do is, you have many ways of doing it, but what I think is very cheap for me is I'll just select the quick selection tool, and then you can set the quick selection tool by pressing the W key. So I'll just click another layer. I'll just go up there and select the sky. Now mind you, if I have selected the new layer we created, so let me go back and select the background. So let's see. Okay, you see it has been selecting for us. Now you see that it is very big, so you have to decrease that by pressing the close bracket. So you can increase it by pressing the close open bracket, or decrease by pressing the close bracket. Now you see it is selecting it perfectly for us. You have to take your time and then work around it. Yes. You see that there are some level slips. Don't worry, we'll solve that one later. Make sure you take your time and then work around it. Okay, I think this is okay. And if you want to keep it, it's very simple. You just have to hold down the Alt key. You have to select the Alt key, and then I'll just go ahead and then hold it. I'm coming. Okay, let's continue. So as I say, if you want to select the mountain clear, you have to hold down the Alt key. You hold down the Alt key, the mouse pointer will change. So when it changes, then you select the parts you want to be deduct from the picture. So I will just hold it down and then select the mountain perfectly. Let's see that one goes. Let's see. I think it's good. It's good. It's not all that bad, but for this tutorial, I think it's good for now. Now you can come back and select the layer too, because you want our editing to be on that, so we don't want to touch the background. So what to do is, you have many ways of doing it, but what I think is very simple is for me is to use layer clipping. But you can use layer mask to do this, but layer mask is some, like, we'll go to that one, but layer clipping is something that may be very cheap and very simple for you to use, because you just have to just select the picture. So I will just fill in by pressing Ctrl plus backspace. Now this is the background color on my panel yet, so you can see it there. So I just go back to the sky, then press V for the move to, then I'll just press on it, then okay, then I'll just move the picture to the girl, then I'll leave it, then I'll position it well. Yeah, make sure you position it well. I think this is okay. So what I could do is to right click on this picture, and then I'll select create a clipping mask. You see, it will just clip onto that area. And if you want to edit that, you just use the arrow key to do that. So to rename the layer, you just have to double click on it, then you just type it. So I'll just type girl, enter, then here I'll select sky. Okay, so then so let me adjust the sky small. I'll just select that sky, and then I'll use the arrow key to adjust it. Yeah, I think something like this is good. Okay, so let's continue. It's just clipped in the layer. Now let's go to the next image and see what can do with this image. So in this one we use layer clip masking, but we can use layer vector and all those stuff. So Maybe we will do that in the next picture. Now let's go to this picture. This is a mountain, beautiful mountain I downloaded from Pixabay. What I will basically going to do is we are just going to delete the trees, some part of the trees from there. So as I said, we are going to remove the branches from the picture and remove the those things from there. So, and you see the purpose of this tutorial is open, edit, and save. So now we have open and we are editing. So you go to the save aspect. So as we learned from the previous one, we just come here and create our new layer. Then we select our sports healing brush tool. The shortcut key is J for it so that you can open it. Just then you sample over the area or you blush over that area. Just blush. You have to just blush the whole thing at a go. I think this is good. So you see the last settings, see that's why I didn't go and just sample this. It has been saved automatically. Now you see we have removed this from the picture perfectly. Let's try the same thing here and see what happens. Okay, I think it's good. Okay, let's screen everything down there. Let the mountain alone stand alone in this picture. So I'll just click and then just blush over it. I think it's very good for this tutorial because when you're editing your picture, you can take more time and then work it around it so that you can. So if you take a vacation, then you take a picture, you want to remove anything from it, you can use the sports shading brush too. Now you see there's some residues here. You have to just clean it by just remove brush on it again. You can do so a couple of times to make sure you have a very clean image. I think this is good for now. You can already see the mountain in the picture. Now we want to add the sky to this picture because you see the sky is good for the picture one, but you just want to add some manipulation to it. We have many ways to doing it, as I said earlier on. So what you're going to do is we can use the vector max or the layer vector max and all those stuff. So let's select the sky. So use the quick selection tool is just press W, just the W key, then I was just brush over it. Make sure the layer is selected, then you select the sky, and if you find anything goes wrong, you can fix that by using the Alt. Okay, let's continue. So we are going to select the image from, like, we're going to select the sky. So we have to click on the background. Sorry, I didn't select the background. I forgot. So click on the background, just select. It has automatically snapped to the mountain. Some parts of the mountain have been selected, so you can correct that by pressing down the Alt key and then the mountain, then you just brush over it. When you have when it is very perfectly selected for you, then you can continue, you can work it out. Let's name this layer Oddmet. As I said earlier on, you can name the layer by double clicking on the layer and then you just type it. So let me name it other element. Okay, so what I'm going to do is and let's name this one too, and then press the enter key. You get a linear, then you just control backspace, then the background color has been filled again. if your picture does not fit on it, you can transform the image by pressing Ctrl plus T. Then you right click, then you select scale so that you can scale the picture to fit your need. So let me do that and let me see. So I'll just right click and select scale, then I'll just go down there and then drag it up. Okay, I think this is okay for now. Okay, now place enter key, just go and select to, so we can choose multiply or darken for this, but I don't see this really effective for me. See, we can blend layers. Now what is happening, because we have selected a layer beneath, that's why you see where the layer is, that's where you can see that the sky has been visible. So let's move there. Okay, let me hide it. Simple, hide this one. Okay, it's not good for me. That's why I like preferring using the Clipper Max. Like I don't like using this part. You can, maybe some pictures it will work for you, but what I like to use is I'll use the Clipper Max. Okay, now you see that I copied the color on a certain layer, so I'll just head over and click on Control plus that. You see that layer has been selected. So on the layer 2 I have selected now, I will just select that layer, then I'll go to Add Layer Max. You see it has automatically deletes some part of the mountain, then the sky has been remained there. That's one way of doing it, which I don't like using it. Maybe you can try that one too. And remember again, because you have not done anything to the original picture, the picture is still intact and it's still original. So you can just hide everything, then go back to the original picture. It's a very non-destructive way of editing pictures. You see, it's very simple. Now let's go to the second method, which I like using most. So let me just hide this one and just copy the layer. So you can do so by just clicking on the layer. Wait, let me use the layer one so you to see. So I just click on the layer, then I'll drag it to the new layer, then I'll just leave it on it. Boom. It's very simple for you to do that. I can make around it, Control plus T. So Control T, then I go select scale, then I'll just scale it again. I think this is okay. Okay, so I'll just put it there. Okay, this is good for me now. So what basically I will do is I will just click on this picture. You see I've added a layer on the top of the layer. I want to clip it on it, so I will just click on it, then I'll just select Create a Clipper Max. Then you see this one is very simple for me, so that's why I like using this one. But you can see that these two pictures doesn't match, so you can work around it by using the layer fill adjustment. Then you can come and select color balance. I can work around it so that the colors will be balanced. Now the color balance is on the other elements, but we want the color balance to be on top of this picture. So let's work around it. You can work around it so that it will perfectly suit. But for this tutorial, I will just show you how it works. Okay, this will be very grateful. It's not all that great, but for the tutorial sake, I think this is okay. Okay. You can also hide it and then use any method, so you can choose between these two. So you have two methods, by using the layer mask method or using the clipping layer mask method. So now we have finished with the editing. Now we have heading of ways to save. We have tools of saving pictures by saving it with layers or saving it the flattened image to save or to be uploaded to social media or web. So let's say we just want to save it for social media or with the layers. I'll just head on to select save as. You see, I have not saved anything yet. That's why we have this dialog box. So I'll just go and check. Don't show this again. Save to this computer. Okay, let me save it a new folder. Then get a new folder so that I'll stay organized. Open and save and edit. Yeah, I think that's the purpose of this tutorial. Yeah, so let's type that one. So you just press enter. After that, okay, let me just create a new folder in that one. As PSD, or just save it as TIFF. So you can save it with your layers, or you can save the flattened image. So if you want to save it for picture as a picture, you can use the JPEG. But if you want to save it to your layers, you have to use the first one or the last one, which is Photoshop or TIFF. So I like using the Photoshop, so the file extension is PSD. So let me change the name to Open, Edit and Saving in Photoshop. Okay, let me create another folder so that I will stay organized. So I'll just name that folder PSD. Then I'll press the enter key. I'll open that one and then I will save it there. Okay, Open, Edit and Save in Photoshop. I think okay, it is okay. Then select on save. Now we have this dialog box because Photoshop is asking us so that we can work with latest version or the old versions of Photoshop. So just head on, click on OK. Now the work has been saved with all the layers active. So if you want the picture, you just go ahead by going back to the file, then you select save as. Let me create a new folder called JPEG. So JPEG, then I'll press the enter key. Oh, sorry, I didn't select this file size, so let me go back. I'll just do by using the shortcut Control Alt plus X. Control Shift plus S. Then I'll go to that folder, then I'll select JPEG and save it. Okay, now let's save. As I choose the JPEG, you see the layer is off. So just head on and go to save. The size or the quality of the size, I'll choose maximum, which is 12. Now, so the image size will be 1.4. Just click on save. So see, now the image has been saved. You can check it out. You can do so for the rest of the pictures, but you can do so by yourself. Now you can just uncheck and see what is happening in your picture. But you see the original picture has not been done anything to the original picture. So you can work around it, you see, but with that we have edited the picture without touching the picture. So the next episode we are going to go deep into layers. So for this I think this is good for now. I know you have learned many much in this tutorial, so but don't worry if you have not make it, we will continue so you get it. And if you find this video good for you, you can consider subscribing to my channel, like, and then leave your comments in the comment box below. I want to see your comments in the comment box below. This is Terry Graphist and I'm out.